Oh, hell, why does an American need to know what it takes to become English monarch?
It's interesting because we don't have monarchs over here, duh.
It don't matter if it's interesting, not like you're becoming the monarch anytime soon.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Eclectic Beard Reactions. This go around, we've got How to Become the British Monarch. Now, this is from CGP Grade channel. All kind of awesome content on this channel. So, if you haven't checked their channel out, go check it out. Highly recommend it. So, yeah, we'll take a look at How to Become the British Monarch. So before we go any further, like, subscribe, notification bell. This is something I'm interested in because we don't have kings or queens or any kind of royalty here unless you count Hollywood and, well, I guess lawmakers who think they're... Anyways, that's besides the point. Oh my God, I almost went there. Please forgive me. Yeah, let's get into the video, shall we?
How to become the British monarch. Historically, the crown sat upon your head mostly because you had the biggest army. When you died, your eldest son kept control over that army, and so the crown relocated to his head. Though, of course, someone with a bigger army could change the political landscape quite abruptly. As time marched on and the world grew less violent, eventually in 1701,
Here you don't have big armies. You just got whoever's got the most popular opinion at the time, because yes, popularity contest these days.
Quite abruptly. As time marched on and the world grew less violent, eventually in 1701, Parliament established a set of rules to transfer the crown from one head to another, hopefully with less turmoil than before. So here's how the 1701 rules work. First, don't be Catholic. The British monarch is also the head of the Church of England, to which the monarch must convert if not already a member.
I mean, they ain't Baptist or holiness?
Oh God, what no-limb family tree did you fall out of? No. Alright, sorry for pausing so much at the beginning of this video. That would make sense. Church of England, the Anglican Church, basically. So it had to be, being head of the church. You don't want those conflicting faith values to, because that could cause problems. That could definitely cause problems. Now, I don't know, what if somebody's atheist or agnostic? Because I'm sure that's possibly been the case or could be the case in the future. It's kind of an interesting dichotomy, like, yeah.
Is also the head of the Church of England, to which the monarch must convert if not already a member. Except that if you're Catholic, no crown for you. The history of the royal family and how this rule came to be is a story for another time, but suffice it to say that bigger army diplomacy was involved. And by the way, no, you can't cleverly get around this rule by converting from Catholicism to something else and then to Church of England. In the eyes of the crown, Catholicism is transitive. Second, don't be a bastard. Sometimes it's good to be the king, but it's never good to be the illegitimate children of the king who are out of line for the crown from literally the moment of their conception.
So no Game of Thrones like Jon Snow?
But winter is coming.
No. Just ask.
If you're related to the monarch but are either a Catholic or a bastard or both, the crown has the delightful term naturally dead to refer to you and your lack of right to succession. Third, spouses don't count. While people often think of kings and queens as a pair, that's not the way it works here. Spouses of monarchs are known as royal consort.
Consort? Ain't that what you do with the ladies before the concert starts?
No. Consort, like either your wife or you're meeting with someone.
Oh, hell, different word, my bad.
Yeah, definitely wrong word.
They may be called prince or queen, but as far as the crown is concerned, they're not in line for the throne.
It's a lot of pausing, I know. That's one of the things I've always wondered about. Because I know they're, princes and princess or, whatever, or, royal consorts. That almost makes it sound like it's, yeah, that sounds like it's almost like you got a side piece or something like that. Like that's kind of the, because when I think of somebody, he's got a wife, but he's consorting with this person over here, or they got a husband, they're consorting with this person over there. That's like, to me, that's a term that comes to mind. It's that are like being in jail and like conjugal visits and stuff like that. So I find it interesting that the word consort is used in to describe whoever's married to the king or queen at the time. It's very like, but I've wondered how that worked. Like, why aren't they called King, like King Philip or something like that, but Prince Philip? So, okay.
They may be called prince or queen, but as far as the crown is concerned, they're not in line for the throne. They're just the matching 23 chromosomes needed for the creation of the real heir. Fourth and finally, male primogeniture, whatever. This is the algorithm of inheritance. When the monarch dies, or abdicates, but usually dies, the crown goes to the eldest son who isn't naturally dead. If there happens to be an elder daughter, tough luck to her. Baby brother gets the crown. It's simple enough, but there are non-obvious cases. Take a king with 2 sons. If the eldest dies before the king does, obviously the crown goes to the youngest, now oldest, brother. But what if the eldest son gave the king a grandson before death? Where does the crown go then? Well, the crown basically pretends that everyone, except the naturally dead, is alive, so upon the death of the king, the crown goes to his eldest son, who is now sort of the king who just really happens to be dead. So the rule kicks in again, and the crown goes to his son, not, as seems obvious now, his brother. But if this 1701 rule means that eldest sons get the crown, how did queens ever come to be? Basically, daughters were the last choice of the crown, which is why there have been so few. To get the crown, a daughter had to either be the only child of a monarch or the eldest child without competing brothers. So pregnant mothers must have made any daughters with queenly aspirations quite nervous.
So that would slightly explain Henry, I guess. Of course, this is before 1701, or he was before 1701, so not really. But then again, if you take a look through history, and I say that tongue-in-cheek, because if you look through history, you always see it's a male coming to, it's always, they look for a male heir. They've taken, and it's through all kinds of different empires and kingdoms throughout history, to where there's been multiple marriages until they get the male heir. A lot of times, unless somebody's like, all right, nah, cool, I'm good, she could take over. Like, it's, you see a whole lot of looking for the male heir.
Now, sometimes the branch of a family tree dies out, be it from war or plague or whatever, so the crown's contingency plan, if it's at a dead end, is to back up one level and then apply the rules forward again, looking for a living head to sit upon. If no luck, back up again and repeat until a living heir is found. And there will always be an heir. The first king of England was over 1,000 years ago, and the mathematics of human reproduction, backed up by DNA evidence, reveals that just about every European alive is distantly related to him, so the crown will eventually find a way. So, from the first king through the new millennium, the various rules went along, making monarchs, though with a gender-biased result that nobody seemed too bothered about until suddenly, in 2013, for no particular reason at all, everyone decided that the rules needed to be updated right now. So Parliament and the monarchy got together and made some changes, most notably striking the male part of rule number 4. From 2013 on, the crown views all royal sons and daughters with equal favor. The only thing that matters is the order of their birth. So prior to 2013, the boy in a set of fraternal twins in development could sit back and relax, secure that the crown would be his no matter what happened on delivery day. But in the post-2013 gender equal world, it's now a race for the door to win the crown.
I have to say, you ain't got a Sam's chance in hell then after watching this video.
Not worried about a chance, it's just interesting.
It might be interesting, but you still not a chance, so why not look at stuff like how to work on your car or something?
I already know how to do most stuff in my car. Anything else I need to know how to do besides brakes and the oil that's going to require a 3-year degree these days. Have you seen the new cars? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize that's how it went. Especially like if everybody in a monarchical line dies, how do you take and go? So that explains a lot. I didn't realize that they're called princes or princess or whatever, but they're consorts. Like, that's completely a foreign concept because we don't have that over here. Of course, I'd be foreign, so foreign concept, That's really interesting, though. I'm glad I took and watched this. If there's anything y'all want to fill in the blanks on, or think I need to look into something else I need to look into, please let me know in the comments. Y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace. Bye.